Hi everybody, it's Craftin Just Because with Cowan, and I am bringing you day 5 of Christmas in July. Today we are going to be playing with the Christmas Gleaming bundle. There is another punch that goes with this. It fits this one. I just happened to grab this one because this is what we're going to be playing with today. But we're going to be playing with the gorgeous designer series paper, the punch, and then this stamp set. And we are going to be making a really fun project that is 3 boxes in one. And so I'm going to show you what that looks like. I'm going to move this over. Here's the finished project. I didn't have any ribbon that matched, and I know I am using our old Delicata ink stamp here. You could also stamp this in the old olive and get the same effect. I just was plain, I'm sorry, it's not even it's the copper color. I grabbed the wrong ink pad, so let's get that correct one out. It was the Celestial Copper. I apologize for the confusion, you guys. But what I went ahead and did is I stamped that to match the background and the designer paper, and then I took our Whisper White 1/4 inch ruched ribbon and I sponged it to get this copper colored ribbon as well. So I'll show you how we're going to do that. And we're going to go ahead. Oh, I want to show you what the box looks like. So what this is here's your big box. And then when it opens up, it says Merry Christmas, and then there's 3 other small gift boxes. So these would fit the Ferrero Rocher chocolate. I also thought these would be cute with earrings inside of them, or you could put money or a gift card, but just something different for Christmas. And then it folds all back up and goes back into that same box. So we're going to go ahead and get started. We're going to need to bring in our paper trimmer. So I'm going to bring that out. And then you're going to need, don't worry about the directions, because when I share this video in my blog post, it'll have all the directions and all the measurements. But you're going to need a piece of Mossy Meadow cardstock that is 8.5 by 5.25. Then you're also going to need to cut a piece that's 6 1/16 by 2 13/16. Then you're going to cut 3 pieces that are 4.5 by 4.5, and 3 pieces that are 2 9/16 by 2 9/16. So these make the smaller boxes. This makes the lid and the big box. Okay, so what you're going to want to do is on the 8.5 inch side, you're going to want to score it at 1 3/4, and then 6 3/4. And then you're going to change it to the 5.25 inch side, and you're going to score it at 1 3/4 and 3.5. Okay, so now I'm going to set that piece aside. Now we're bringing in that lid piece that's 6 1/16 by 2 13/16, and we're going to score it at a 1/2 inch on all 4 sides. So I'm just going to put it at a 1/2 inch. 1/2 inch. Okay, put that one aside. Now you're going to bring in your 3 pieces that are 4.5 by 4.5, and on all 4 sides you're going to score it at 1.5 inches. Actually, the cutting and the scoring are what on this project is going to take you the longest, just because you have to make so many, you know, little boxes. But if you do assembly line like how I just showed you, or how we're doing right now, it really won't take that long. And then on the lid pieces, which are 2 9/16 by 2 9/16, you're gonna again score it at a 1/2 inch on all 4 sides. Did I get all 4 sides there? Yes. Okay, one last one. And then we're gonna burnish all those score lines with our bone folder. Okay, we should be done with our paper trimmer. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna burnish those score lines with our bone folder. Okay, where's the lid piece? Your next step is going to be trimming these cardstock pieces so that we can assemble the boxes. Okay, now our little lid pieces. Whoops. Okay, so now we're going to work on the first box first, and on the long side you want to cut up on both of the score lines to the first score line and wedge out on both sides. And you're going to really do this same step on all the box pieces. And then we're going to flip it over and do the same on this other side. Okay, let's do the lid on the long side. Oops. Okay. Then on the square pieces, you're just going to pick 2 sides to do it too, and do the same thing. So repeat that same step on the other 2 boxes and lids. And I apologize, I could have sped this up for you guys, but it's fun to be crafting together, right? Once this part is done, then we're going to layer our designer series paper. And then I have a few pieces of very vanilla cardstock that we're going to stamp and do a few things on. So next is just the decorating of it all. Okay, 2 more pieces to go. Sorry, you guys. Okay. Now we're going to bring in our designer series paper in very vanilla pieces. And I'll tell you what pieces I cut them at. Okay. For the box tops, I did 3 pieces that are 1 3/8 by 1 3/8. For the big box lid, so this part, I did a very vanilla piece that's 4 7/8 by 1 5/8. And then I did a piece of, I'm sorry, a piece of garden green. Or no, old olive. No, this is not even old olive. Mossy meadow. Woo, I am really just talking. That is 4 5/8 by 1 3/8. And then a piece of designer series paper that is, let's see here. 4 5/8 by 1 3/8. Then we did 2 that are 4 7/8 by 1 5/8. And let's see, why do I have 3 more? I might have cut too much cardstock here. Oh, and then these are the 3 inside pieces that are cut 4 3/4 by 4 1/2 that we're going to stamp on. And this is a scrap for stamping on. Okay, So let's go ahead and get this piece done. So we're going to go ahead and layer up our sides of our big box. And if I messed up telling you guys all the measurements, like I said, they're all in my blog post. I just, I was trying to read it and stamp and cut and do it all at the same time. Okay. Right. Okay. And I was cutting for both boxes when I made them. And so I might have cut too many of one. And then what you're going to do on this one is, oh, ding, ding, ding. We needed to cut these off on the big one on both sides. You're going to cut the squares off on both sides. My bad. The other ones are right because we're making a full box. This we want to open up when we lift open the lid. Silly me. Okay, so there's that piece. Now for our lid, we're going to layer all these pieces together. This is why it's good to do the video together. Instead of reading my directions. Okay, so now we're going to glue this onto the center panel of that lid, and then we're going to glue up the sides. Perfect. And I'm using, you can use tear and tape or whatever adhesive you like. I like to use liquid multi-purpose glue, one for the sake of this video, because sometimes I talk and put something down and I'm not paying attention, and it gives me a little bit of a second to fix it if I needed to. Okay, so this is how this is going to go. Just like that. Now onto our boxes. On these, we won't have any designer series paper because we're just going to put it on the lid. So we're going to fold these up. Just like so. And you're going to make your little cube boxes. Oh, whoops. I'm totally putting glue on the wrong side. Oh, Chris. And then on the lid, you're going to want to put that 1 3/8 by 1 3/8 inch square. Just, whoops, see, that's what I was talking about. And then fold up the sides. And then you're going to repeat this same process for the other two boxes. And for the sake of the video speed, I'm going to pretend that we made those other two boxes. And I'm going to show you how to put this together. Okay, first we want to what we're going to first do is we're going to stamp this ornament with our ink. I didn't stamp that very well. Let's do one more time. Okay, there's that. Then I'm going to do Merry Christmas on the middle section. Just like that. And then I'm going to take the holly, and on one of the pieces, I'm going to put it in the center, just like this. And on this piece, I'm going to put it on both ends so that you see that when the box opens up. Okay, before we put the ink away, I want to show you one quick little tip trick. I'm going to get out my Whisper White ribbon. And in this case, it doesn't matter that it's not very vanilla because we're going to color it. We're going to kind of measure how far long we need it. Is this going to make it? We'll just have to tie a knot. Yeah. We'll just have to tie a knot because that's all the Whisper White ribbon I have. I have some coming on an order that's not here yet. Okay, let's get this tape off. Maybe, maybe not. Because I need every ounce of this ribbon. There we go. Okay. Then what you're going to do is you're going to bring in a scratch piece of paper, which we will use this piece where I ruined the what do you call it? The ornament that wasn't stamped all the way. Okay. I'm going to take a sponge and my block, and I'm going to take a little bit of my re-inker. Let me stir this up. And put a dab on my block like that. And we're just going to lightly kind of got a lot on there. Just run your sponge over that ribbon so that you have matching. This is going to have to dry for a minute because I really kind of overkilled this. You just need a light coating of it on your sponge, and it will go through both layers. Okay, so let's let that dry for a moment. We'll move this, and then we'll just clean that right off our block and our mat here. we'll put this together. Made sure I get off all that ink off my fingers. Okay, so here's our box. Okay, so this piece we're going to glue down right here in the center. Just like this. Oh, and I didn't do a very good job of getting it in the center. And then what you're going to do is you're going to put your other piece on. Just like this. And it doesn't matter which way you do it. Wherever there's an opening though, that's where the box is going to get glued down. So then what you're going to do is on this one, you want your box right here because we don't have a stamp there. And you're going to glue that down. And what I did is I pushed down on it just like that. And then you'd glue your other two down there. Okay, then you fold it up. You tie with your ribbon. That still needs to dry a moment. And then we are going to punch out our ornament for our tag. Trying to get it in the, oh, we need to cut that off. It only has so much room, huh? Okay, so once that's centered in there, then you're gonna punch that out. And then you're going to put your lid on just like this and tie your ribbon around it and punch a hole into your ornament and thread that through there and tie it around your box. Just like that. So those are our boxes. I'm gonna let my ribbon dry just a little bit longer, but that's your project for today. I appreciate you guys joining me. If you have any questions or want to share your projects with me, I would be glad if you do that. You can share them on Facebook using Craftin Just Because and with Chris Cowan, and I look forward to stamping with you guys again sometime soon. Bye-bye.